You see, Chabad is doing good work because most people, the first day they come from Israel and then they're tired. They're at different time. It's called jet lag. Everything is different. The clock, the schedule. By him, it's the middle of the night. But he makes it by Mincha. He comes to Mincha and Arvit, the Simcha. He's here. We should learn from you. He didn't get lazy. I'm trying to find something from the Rabbi's message, Rabbi Weberman's book. Where's the thing about elul? Okay, elul. Elul is page 85. I'll give you my key. Come over here. I'll give you the key. It says in the Gemara that when a tzaddik, big rabbi, passes away, so you put a yeshiva next to, right? Yeshiva and yeshiva, you put a yeshiva next to where in his honor, to learn Torah in his honor. So say a few lines in honor of Rabbi Weberman's neshama having aliyah, Pinchas ben Sia.
Amen.
Surely in Gan Eden, but it's a big schos that we could learn Torah and have him. He used to teach us Torah. So how do you pay him back? We're continuing to learning Torah and to repeat what he wrote. It's a big honor. It's a big schos. So one of the things that we know that in the month of Elul is the month that we prepare for Rosh Hashanah, right? He says Elul is a month of a preparation. The daily blast, when you blow the shofar during the month of Elul, is a reminder that Rosh Hashanah is around the corner. Our preparation should consist of a re-evaluation of our religious activities. You have to make a cheshbon nefesh, an accounting. You have to re-evaluate where you're standing with Hashem. This re-evaluation should begin with those mitzvahs which are daily. 3 mitzvahs possess the quality of imbuing us with Jewish consciousness: tefillin, tzitzis, and mezuzah. The performance of these commandments make us aware of our Creator. Tefillin must be worn by every man every weekday. Even when the circumstances don't permit you to go to the synagogue, you can't go to the Beit HaKnesset, you still put on tefillin, you should pray, do tefillah at home. The head tefillin must be placed in a manner that, it goes into the details. It shouldn't go lower than your hairline. Every person has a hairline. It shouldn't go lower.
Which part shouldn't go lower?
The front.
The bottom edge.
Yeah. It also must be perfectly centered. It has to be bein einecha, between your eyes. The mitzvah of tzitzis is not confined to the time we spend in the synagogue wearing the talis. We should wear tzitzis all the time. Not only the outdoor, not only he's talking about the mezuzah. Not only the front entrance needs a mezuzah, every doorpost needs a mezuzah. You should inspect your tzitzis every morning before you put on your tzitzis. Inspection, you have it? Inspection of the parchment scrolls of both tefillin and the mezuzahs is mandatory once every 3 years. Those who wish to be more particular make the inspection every year during the month of Elul. So during the month of Elul is a good time to check your mezuzahs and your tefillin. If not, do it in another month. But some people, because of the Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, they want to be more scrupulous, more careful with the mitzvahs. So they go to the sofer and they check the mezuzahs and tefillin. The Rebbe said it's not just the actual tefillin, in the tefillin, the scrolls, the parshiot. It's also the straps. The corners of the tefillin have to be exact. Can't be. Sometimes it's messed up. Sometimes it's losing paint. Has to be black. All these things are part of the mitzvah. Same thing with the mezuzah. It's not just the actual scroll. It has to be in a certain place, and there has to be examined, especially those mezuzahs that are outside. So the heat and the rain and the what do you call it? The humidity. The humidity has a big effect on the mezuzahs. You have to be careful. Okay, so another thing that we're learning today in the Parsha of the Kitavo, that it says that we have the mitzvah of bringing bikurim, the first fruits that ripen in your field. You have to gather them, collect them, and come to the Beis Hamikdash. So the Mishnah tells us that when we went to the Beis Hamikdash, they went in a group, and they went with music. They played music. People went together as a kvutza, one group, now another group, and from one city, another city, until it became a big crowd. So it adds in the simcha of the mitzvah. And then it says, "V'samachta b'chol hatoiv." You should thank Hashem for all the good that He has given you. And Rashi says, "Samachti v'simachti." I'm happy that I have a field. I'm happy that I'm able to enjoy and with my family and also to do business with it. But simachti, you have to make another person happy with the fruits. That's why the mitzvah of Bikurim is to give the fruits to the Kohen and the Beis Hamikdash, to the Kahanim. Kahanim didn't have fields. The Kahanim weren't involved in working in fields. So how are they going to have fruits? We, the Yisraelim, we give them the fruits. You have to give it b'simcha. You have to give it with a happy face. Don't take the basket and throw it in the face. Here, take it. That's not good. You could lose the mitzvah like that. If you embarrass the person, you hurt them. You're doing it as like a burden. You have to do it happily. B'seiv upon him yafos. You have to give the chesed with a friendly, happy face. And then the Torah continues that when it comes to the Maaser Oni, there's every 3 years, there's different Maasrot, there's different tithing that you have to do every year. One is for the Levi, that's called Maaser Rishon. Then it's Maaser Sheni, another 10% you have to take to the Shalayim. Or you have to be Podeh, you have to redeem the fruits and take the money to Yerushalayim and buy fruits and buy food in Yerushalayim. And the third year, it goes on a cycle. The third year, according to Shemitah, the 7th year, like this year, you don't have this system because it's different. You're not growing things.
But there's another mitzvah too.
There's many mitzvahs.
No, the special one that comes on the 8th year. That
Hakel.
No, like a loan that you.
That the loan, if someone owes you money on the 7th year, those loans are cancelled. Yeah. There's many mitzvahs, but this particular mitzvah of Ma'aser Ani, of giving the tithing to the poor people, to Aniyim, Miskenim, Aniyim, to give it to the poor people, this, the Torah says, don't forget, Lageir, the poor people, and the Geir, Layasa and Valmana. It's in today's parsha. You have to take care of the orphans, the widows, and the Gedim, the converts. They didn't have land. So they were poor, basically. But they want to be close to Hashem. They want to be part of Am Yisrael. So be makar of them. Bring them in. Don't push them away.
First push them away, and then bring them in.
In the beginning, when they want to approach the Bezdin, you tell them, no, we don't need it. You're a good person. But once they become involved and once they become Jewish, the Torah says, "V'ahavta mesager," you should love the ger. Make him feel good. Kigerim Yisa in Beretz Mitzrayim.
by Mansan.
Because no, in Mitzrayim we were gerim.
גר היית בארץ זרה, לא גר כיהודי.
Mum shabach al taim lechavercha. If you have a mum, if you have a deficiency, don't point at another person. You used to be a ger. We all were in Mitzrayim. We weren't 100% Jewish. We were strangers. We were poor. We were slaves. And Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. He gave us freedom. He gave us happiness. So give another person happiness. No? Makes sense? You're happy? Samachti v'simachti. You're happy, Baruch Hashem. You have what you need. Make sure another person also has. There's enough to go around for everyone.
How you make someone happy, Rabbi?
First thing is
By
you
smile.
You smile to them. You give them a little recognition, acknowledgement. It's called acknowledgement. In Hebrew, it's say yachas. Yachas means how do you treat another person? Just look at them. Say, I'm happy to see you. That's the first thing you have to do. Every person, nivra b'tzelem elikim. Every person, Hashem created us. It says in the Torah that we have His image. What does that mean? Hashem doesn't have a physical image, but it means the faculties, the chushim, that we have the intellect, the seichel, and the midos, and the feelings, and the emotions, and the ratzon, the willpower. All these things is tzelem elikim. Lahavdil, even a goy also has that, because of bchira chavshis, Hashem made it. Everyone should have, but beikir, it's by the Jewish people. So you can't say to someone, "What I need you for? What do you want from me? I have nothing business with you." No, the mitzvah v'hafta is that Hashem wants you to go out of your box, your skin, to make another person happy. But you say, "But I don't want to. It's a headache for me." You could say that about a lot of mitzvahs. Putting on tefillin could also be a headache. But you have to do it because Hashem said so. But that's a given that you have to do it because Hashem said so. What we are working on is that we should do it b'simcha. This is also connected with, today is the Teshvav Elul, and we're coming now to Chai Elul, to the 18th of Elul, the birthday of the Baal Shem Tov and the Baal Tanya. What did they demand, what did they expect from their students, from their followers? To learn Torah, to do mitzvahs, that's in the Shulchan Aruch. That you don't need Chassidus for that.
It's imprescindible that you have to do it with glee. You have to do it with passion, with caring.
And
with your heart.
besimcha. Besimcha. You have to push yourself that you should really be happy. But how are you going to get to that level of happiness? One of the ways is if you make another person happy. Hashem will give you simcha if you bring simcha to another person, which is something, it's a little bit out of the box. What do you mean? How am I going to give you simcha?
By a smile.
Oh, starts with a smile. Then the Rabbanu Shalom will give me simcha. I want to be b'simcha. Every person has challenges.
If you do it, it's contagious.
Right? Contagious in a good way.
The way mitzvah goreret mitzvah.
And that's also the deeper meaning of tefillah b'tzibur, davening with a minyan. Davening with a minyan, tefillah b'tzibur, the minyan, forces you to interact with other people. I mean, you could be for yourself and just come and leave and not to talk to anyone. But you're going to feel awkward. You're going to feel strange. It almost forces you to become a social person. And automatically you feel that you are part of a tzibur, a group that Hashem says, it says in the Gemara that Kodesh Baruch Hu comes first in the Gemara, and He waits in this Beit HaKnesset. When are my children coming? I want to see you guys. But imagine if we come here and we don't really interact, we don't really want to know what the other person's, what they're doing and not acknowledging, then it's not a really cohesive group. It's not a tzibur. Tzibur is that it's connected. Like you said, hakel, kahal, kehila. The year after Shemitah, lahakel et kol ha'am, hanashim v'taf. That's the mitzvah on the year, Sukkot, after Shemitah, after the seventh year, that everyone should come together. But come together for what? L'yiras Hashem, to love Hashem, to fear Hashem, to do more mitzvot. The Rabbi, one time, was Simchat Torah, I was there, and before the hakafot, before the dancing, there was a itvadut, a big farbrengen. The Rabbi said that he wants every person tonight to bless every person they see. Because he knew there's thousands of people, but not everyone is interacting with each other. So there's thousands of people, but everyone is basically on their own. No, that's no good. Go over to another person and tell him, Yivarecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. I want Hashem to bless you, and you should really mean it. Not to do it only because the Rebbe said so. That's what Simchas Torah is all about. Simchas Torah, I'm dancing, I'm happy with the Torah. Good. What about another person? Dance with another person. Together we dance with the Torah. And we're all together, and we're happy, and we're trying our best to show Hashem that we're happy together. Not just Simchas Torah, every day. This is the Barcheinu Avinu Kolonu Ke'echad. This brings down the bracha from Avinu, from our Holy Father, HaKadosh Baruch Hu blesses us. Barcheinu Avinu Kolonu Ke'echad B'or Panechad. We have the Birchas Hashem, the Gashmiyut, Baruchniyut, and this will also bring Mashiach.
Amen.
Closer. This is what we need.
Amen.
Achdut, unity. Amen.
Shio esamecho uvorech es nachlasecho ureim 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 venasim Alloh Shio esamecho